right. First we go to alert everything. Hello, everybody on live. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. It's 9 o'clock. So right off the bat, let's go over some of the headlines, overnight headlines. So we did see Wall Street futures were higher as retreating U.S. Treasury yields bolstered demand for stocks, while investors await the job openings and factory data, which I believe comes out. Yeah, so we've got 10 a.m. Due later in the day on clues on how much further the Fed would go with interest rate hikes.
FedEx announcing accelerated share buyback program for Foxtrot Delta X-ray.
European shares rose sharply in a broad-based rally led by chip makers, travel, and leisure companies. Japan's Nikkei jumped nearly 3% to record its best session in more than 6 months. A weaker dollar pushed down gold prices, pushed gold prices up. Oil prices gained ahead of OPEC meeting to discuss supply cuts.
Delta X-ray.
Let's see here. So
KI share.
Mute this guy really quick. Couple things. EU approves phone charger reform, forcing Apple to adapt. And this will introduce a single charging point for port for mobile phones, tablets, and cameras by 2024. Boeing doesn't expect MAX 10 to gain FAA approval before summer of 2023. U.S. is losing antitrust court battles, but few expect pullback. U.S. government has been hit with 4 painful losses in antitrust trials recently, but legal experts do not expect the Biden administration regulators to slow efforts to make American businesses more competitive. Apple iPhone exports from India top 1 billion in 5 months. This reflecting the tech giant's growing bet on South Asian nation amid New Delhi's push for local manufacturing. Private firms foundations to deposit 1 billion at minority community lenders at Treasury. The Treasury will announce on Tuesday that the coalition of private firms and foundations will deposit 1 billion into minority-owned and community development financial institutions to boost their lending firepower. So that's about it. And then as far as, again, our economic data for today, we've got JOLTS and factory orders coming in at 10 o'clock, which brings me to the gap up that we've experienced. So I was tracking this gap up yesterday. It trimmed down out of a little bit of the calls just because that pullback towards the end of the day. We didn't get a candle close below this level of 241.50. So I decided to hang on to a little bit of it. I still have a hedge. It is just really simple right here. As you guys, as we discussed yesterday, it would be beneficial for us to be gapping up and holding about 250.15. That is barely being accomplished. The 50% mark of the actual pattern itself, where we bound, or of this actual zone itself, is right there. Actually, 1 second. Let me adjust this a little bit. Actually, TradingView does this to me all the time, so I have to go and fix it. All right, so anyway, right here, as you guys can see, we are sitting up on top of this median. This is 250, psychological number. If we lose pre-market lows, which is 245.65, I would anticipate a move down to the 241 level again, and possibly even making new lows around 240, which is again another psychological number. On the flip side, anywhere above, right, and we can go ahead and just get rid of this for a second. So right here, just paying attention to some of these key levels, we like to look where the candles close, because that is where price is controlled, so we can get rid of this trend. So what I'm going to be focused on here today for Tesla, obviously we've got pre-market highs 252.40, but we've also got this right here, and then these highs around 260. So right in here is where we're going to want to hold, right? The first resistance is right here, and that's going to be 253.75. And that's more than likely if we wake up at the bell or move up at the bell, because here's the deal. We've got jolts coming in at 10 o'clock. I don't know if we're going to just immediately go up. But if we end up getting data and it is beneficial to the upside, that could be the catalyst that we need to attempt to go and break and hold above 255. And that's going to be one of the main levels that I will be watching and looking for a hold in order to go and fill the gap above us at 265.45. And that would again require a break in trend. So um, but again, for today, not just watching Tesla, also watching Meta. So Meta, actually, I talked about this last night. This one has a really, really good setup as far as we talked about this bilateral setup right here. We talked about the broadening wedge, right? So moving from here down, we were up against resistance yesterday, right? So all that being said, and looking at the chart as of right now, we have broken our lower time frame downtrend. But when you look at it on the 4 hour, right, you'll notice that this is right around where we saw some major rejections, retest here. So my guess is that right here, which is 142, which we've already touched in pre-market, and the small little level above it, which is going to be right here at 142.25, is going to be essential if we end up breaking to the upside. There's a scalping possibility below 140 to go and fill the gap down to 139. But if a candle closes inside of this box, then I would anticipate Meta falling back down and this actually being a fake out, right? Because a lot of the times before we see the next expeditious dump, right? A lot of the times we've seen these three taps of resistance. So in order to move higher, be patient. Being patient today is going to be essential because there's no reason to like try and jump into every trade. We just need to take it above 142. There you go. Well, there. All right, sorry about that. So so anyway, this brings me to the QQQ. Right now, guys, we talked about this regular hours. Oh shit. Okay, OBS crashed there for a second. You guys should be good to go. So look what's happened here. Okay, we had, and of course, starting from these highs, moving here, we had, right, because we're going to go from our session high to our next low. Yesterday, we closed with what appears to be that little bit of a falling wedge. Falling wedges usually give us a 50% retracement of the pattern itself. The gap that we were trying to go and fill on the cues is where we're looking to open up at. So it is going to be either A, in a big gap fill that we can't afford that type of trajectory if we're going to end up moving to the upside. Um, so looking at the cues, 280 psychological number, and again, we can go back over here. That is exactly where we're sitting up against, where we already wicked up against one, two, three, four, five times. So it is nice to see that big wick pulling back up, but it's going to be pretty important that we close a higher time frame candle above 280 with some volume. Otherwise, and this does put a lot of pressure on shorts. Otherwise, we risk the possibility of falling back down. But we're up against resistance after 5 times. Again, 5 times we've seen sellers try to push the price back down, and unsuccessfully they've not been able to do so. So looking at it today, I would like to see the cues again, hourly time frame close somewhere in the 280 range, and possibly even moving up into the 283 mark. and that would be my price target, at least, if we move to the upside. To the downside, pre-market lows are all the way down at 273.80. So that would be the mark in which we would likely see a major drop down to around 262.55. Um, yeah. So anyway, QQQ, SPY, same thing, right? We see that kind of skid here, um, right here, pulling it down. So take a look at that. As you guys can see, overnight, we ended up getting a nice gap up. Okay, we've gapped up to, one second. So look, this is how we simplify things for ourselves, right? So we'll go ahead and just give it the entirety of its zone. So let's go get a median here. All right, so for SPY, right, perfect 363, 36 right there in the median. We've got a gap. So here's the deal. SPY needs to bounce off of 370, right? So I'm writing this down while I talk. So SPY needs to bounce off of 370, 370.34 in order to continue to the upside. If we go and gap fill in our entirety and close a candle below 370.50, 370, that could cause further downside. But that being said, SPY also has a resistance directly above it, which is its gap fill at 374.35. So above pre-market highs, proper volume, obviously with jolts coming out and data coming out at 10 o'clock. If that happens first and then we do not see a new high, that data can come in and cause us to move right back down to where that 270. So Manny's saying it right there too. So, but anyway, there's a gap to fill at the upside. If there is a nice move or squeeze type move, 378 gets broken, and I'm almost positive 381.50 will be hit. Really, really nice level there to the downside. There is a resistance that we've been tracking here that could possibly be floating around the 390s, but it's too soon. But this could be that change in trend and that bottom, that temporary bottom, as we move into earnings. So let's see how this plays out. It's a big gap. A lot of times these gaps hold. But today, I think with Jolts coming out, there's plenty of trading time after Jolts comes out. So you don't have to, if you're a scalper, I'm not talking to you, you guys, do what you got to do. But for me, I'm going to be focused on Meta and Tesla today, um, and exercising patience, waiting for these key breaks. Because at that point, when we break above 142 on Meta, I'm looking to go long. If you guys are in the Discord, I've typed the entire plan out there. So make sure if you guys are on YouTube that you fast forward or make sure that you hit the little live button so that you're concurrent. There's just a tiny bit of lag between Discord and YouTube, so keep that in mind. Huh. Well, that's interesting. All right. Yep. So everything that I'm watching today is in the Potter Stocks channel in the Discord. If you guys are not going to be live with me. So really quickly before I'm going to go step off really quickly. Um, Here's the contract selection and targets that I'm going to be looking for Meta. So a break above 142, I'm probably going to be looking at the 145 strike 3 weeks out. And I'd like to see a move into the 144.30s and possibly even the 148.57s. This could be a major retest or a run up into earnings. But again, same thing to the downside. If we end up moving below 139.26, the plan would likely to be next week, and I'll probably short this down to 137.24, leave some runners for a potential move down to 135.50. If that is broken, I may leg back into a move down to the 130 mark, which would be one of the next targets to the downside and a new low. So if we make a quick new low before we start rallying back up before earnings season, that would definitely allow us and guide us or give us enough fuel to do so, probably spurred by some sort of squeeze. So alrighty, so that's it for me. You guys have the plan when it comes to Tesla and stuff like that. Just trying to again stick to the levels, stick the levels and the entries that I'm used to. But I want to make sure that today we're watching, paying attention to higher time frames. There's a lot of room to the upside, so there really isn't any reason again to be rushing or panicking because again with Tesla, I've got a downtrend moving all the way up from here with the 200-day moving average as well. So we could see a nice little pop and a move back into the 267, and there's plenty of entries on the way up there. So, but we'll see. It's Tuesday. We still have a whole week of data coming forward.
Versus September.
Tomorrow we have ISM services at 10 as well, and ADP non-farm employment change at 8:15.
CEAD, CEA Industries signs contract with Merida Capital, Charlie Echo Alpha Delta.
Yeah, if you guys are on YouTube, make sure to go and check out the new. It's in the Discord. You guys can go find the link there. But I've got a new TikTok channel, which someone was like, "Yeah, you should probably not be talking, like be doing that stuff anymore." I just posted a video this morning. I felt kind of sassy. So, but anyway, you guys can check that link up there. It's posted yesterday. So, yeah, I talked about Charlie, and the only thing that I think they caught on to is in the reflection of his glasses. There is a certain website that certain people utilize. Everyone, but there was the reflection of a website, and I think that they got me with that. But no, there was 5 or 6 other videos that got mass reported, and in fact, my videos have already been reported. I've already had 2 videos that had nothing to do with anybody, and they have already been reported and taken down, appealed, and immediately taken back. So I know somebody, but it's just the internet, dude. Like at the end of the night, like I don't live in TikTok, dude. I live in reality, so it's like whatever. So, um, but anyway, yeah, you guys can check me out there. Once we hit that 1K thing, we'll start doing a little bit of stuff up there. So, Tesla 4 hour without after hours. Is that candle a reversal candle? 4 hours without after hours. Is this dope? Yeah, that could be a reversal candle. I live in a world of profits. Do you like your new nickname, by the way? I love what you did with it. Oh. His face said no. I'm sorry, man. We'll change it. We'll fix it up. There's a tiny little micro gap on at 143 on Meta as well. So you people abuse me on the daily. There's money involved though, so isn't that what lots of people do? I'm sorry. Oh God. Yeah. Well, you can hire companies with like a bunch of accounts and they'll just go and mass report like 2 or 3 videos. So, but Yeah, make sure to go check out the new YouTube video or new TikTok video. Notice how the people who flex the most. Yeah. um, Spencer Boo with the wiping his eyes with money. All right. So anyway, well, to address that, yes, that can be a reversal candle. Sellers did try and bring it back down, but they were unable to close it below the previous low. So, and in itself, that candle's pretty low volume. A gap up above the median, we want to hold that median, and we want, I mean, really, truthfully, again, the candle can move down. When I say hold the median, I don't mean short because it falls below it. So if Meta falls down just a little bit lower, below 138.80, and then bounces and closes a candle on top, well, guess what? You might have just got smoked, and this thing could move right back up to the upside, and we can start seeing that rally into earnings. So, let's see here. If you are in Tesla with
Association of
me,
Flight Attendants, TWA Union says FAA finalized a rule requiring 10 hours minimum rest for flight attendants between duty days.
If you are in Tesla in the October 265 call, I just want to let you guys know that this one either I trimmed down. I do have a put. If we bounce and hold on top of the median, then I close the put. The only the gap fill, if we end up gap filling, then this contract that the October 14th, if it goes back down to zero, guys, that means my play didn't work and I'm not a part. So if you want to take profit on it and then just watch for a pullback, you run the risk of leaving yourself dry with one way or another. But I will likely cut that hedge if we do
ESPN Castellum announcing
hold above 248. So and again, if we rocketed or completely bounced and reversed up and held above 255, I'll absolutely add to the upside position and look for a gap fill up to 263. 58 possibly, and then all the way up at that original gap fill at 265. So
that's Castelli. That's Castellum.
make sure you guys are muted if you guys are not talking. By the way, I can't really keep track of it, but Cheeto macaroni,
That's
I really enjoy. And you probably don't think I noticed, but I do. The name changes. I think what were you like, spaghetti or something like that before? I like that one a lot, but this one's cool. Cheeto macaroni, way more. It's exquisite. All right, sounds like Cave Bear's calling out talking about an assassination he's completed or something. No, I think it's sensational. Good stuff. Um, let's see here. 265. I think I made like 2 videos with that sound. No, look, you guys can't see it. He's in our Discord. His name is, and yeah, I mean that I think that's where it comes from. But apparently he's listening. It's Cheeto Macaroni. It's a proud member of the Discord. Maybe not. He could be. I just assuming. Maybe because he's not proud. Let's see where Nike's at. Hallelujah money. So, I still have the calls, right? All it takes is a gap fill on on Nike, and I get out of that trade. And I'll hold it. So you might see a little bit of reprieve on that bad boy. All right. Anybody have any questions about the setup, about what I'm doing today? Stock related. Also, I got meetings with Ash and Eric. just so you guys know I didn't forget. There he is. You're so in character, dude. I love it. Is AMD still my plan? So that one actually popped big time. Moved up to its gap. John, I'm watching a couple. I got up on my top screen. I'm watching. I've even got Microsoft right now because Microsoft candle close above 245.75 and 247.63. There's a big ass gap up there around 265 that could get filled before earnings. So, yo, by the way, listen, if anybody, dude, you need to monetize this. Bro, yesterday my daughter wouldn't eat her dinner. You know, we've been talking about Santa, so I was trying to blackmail her a little bit, and I was like, "Yo, oh, hold on, she might be listening." But I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna call Santa," and I texted Meatborn, and I was like, "Yo, we want to play Santa really quick." I called him, dude. He nailed it. Nailed, like literally my son is still like lit. He is so lit. He was like, bro, I can't believe that you called Santa. I was like, yeah, bro, you're lucky to even get in. You know, he was like running to go get food for his reindeer. But yeah, dude, Beat Barton came through as Santa Claus. So if anybody needs a line, yeah. I told him, I was like, yeah, dude, it's hard. It's hard to get a hold of him. So Meat Barn, also, if you guys are on YouTube, that's the guy's screen name in here, so it's a little bit out of context. Uh-oh. What's going on here? No data, excellent condition. Where's the live? If you scroll down to the Discord, look for the members channel. You'll see a bunch of screen names. Just click on the members channel itself. Anyway, sorry, John, 68.75 candle close. Right now you might end up be staying trapped in this box, so I will be very, very careful about, you know, making a, it's a big ass gap over 2%. So there's a good possibility that, you know, this could spur that next leg up. And then I have downtrend right from the nearest highs right here down. Yeah, I have downtrend at a high of around $70.85. So, all right, we got 3 minutes. I will be right back.
ALTU, Altitude Acquisition, announcing intention to merge with a leading global medical device manufacturer. That's Alpha Lima Tango Uniform. That's from an amended proxy statement.
All right, we're pulling back a little bit already on Meta. That's good. Watching for a bounce off 139. I got you.
Sorry, bro.
No, you're good, dude. It sounded like you were like
It is
finishing a hit.
stimulus market open.
All I heard was like, yeah, mission's accomplished or something like that. I was like, all right, I better mute it. Like, hey.
Sorry, bro. I'm muting.
No, you're good, man. I wish I didn't cut those calls yesterday. It's all right. Don't start your day wishing. Just we're here to work. We're here to react, make money. That's it. And we're open. Ding 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 ding. All right, you should be up around 31% on the call. Oh wait, that's not real. Is that real? Oh damn. No, no, it's not. Uh, Lowe's. No fucking way that hit. No way, dude. Lowe's is popping right now, hardcore. Somebody, there was a big order for 205 calls for Lowe's. Came in on Benzinga. Look at sellers, guys. Pay attention. Look at sellers. Do you see where these candles close? See that 144 level? See how sellers are trying desperately to keep that down? If they do not allow for buyers to push it up to that above and hold that 141, then that is likely going to exhaust them, and then you'll see a pullback, and then that gap fill, right? But so far, yes, they're in the fridge. Excuse me. Tesla is tapping the 149.55. Still nothing on Meta for me, guys. In fact, I can tell you right now, if we'll see what happens, but if we end up rejecting R2, it could channel out 141.61. That's good. That's candle close. If we can get a candle close in that area, I think this looks good for a potential leg up. That's nice, Meta. All right, so remember, if you take this trade or you're taking Meta, it's 142.10 right here and 142.25. So if you're playing up, this is the median inside of that zone right here. And you notice we just got pulled back underneath it. Staying patient. Tesla bouncing, just like we talked about. So I'm actually going to close the put. It's risky. I'm closing the put now, which is a little bit of a loss, and we're going to see what these calls can do. Right now, the target is 253.81 and 255.
Shares of Gilead Sciences now up more than 3% in the Lima Delta after getting an upgrade this morning at JP Morgan. That's up in the Lima Delta.
It's just open the fridge, it's in the drawer. All right, Meta is moving. Tesla is moving.
President Biden says Micron investment in New York is another win for America.
Christ,
Micron is investing up to $100 billion.
All right, that's good volume on Meta. I am pulling up Meta contracts here, but I'm not taking this trade until we break above that. I know it's a bummer, but October 21st, looking at the one, oh, actually, so I wouldn't go any further than 150, but 145 strikes are going to be probably the contract that I take if I take it. For Tesla, the call stop is going to be 249.16, and I'll close out of that trade break even. Right now, it bounced right off of that median. Let's see if we get a candle close there. Look at the rejection. What's up, Kitty Cat? Where would I add to Tesla? Above 154.78. There you go, brother. Oh, it's so cold. It is kind of cold. Hey, Ellie, what do you think? Not again. What about after that? Do we go up or do we go down? I think you're just trying to. I think you're just trying to scare me out of my positions. Meta nasty wick there, but as long as he closes that candle 141, should be good to go. 252, 36% on the 265 call. A full reversal, and we'll close out of it. Then watch for the gap fill below 248.80. What the fuck? I don't know what that was, but weird. She said up and down. She didn't say so. It's just so too much to decipher there. Nice meta. Buyers still trying to hold that up. 15-minute candle. Tesla looks good. 15-minute candle on Meta is not looking. It looks okay, but it's rejected right exactly where we talked about. Am I the only one hearing this on the 5-minute? What are you talking about on the 5-minute for what? Eight minutes left. Pull back to 141. That's 50% of the previous candle. QQQ is still holding up right against the level. Remember, we talked about this already this morning. Hold on. Let me. So, right there. 280.22. And on my other chart right here, it's literally. Hold on. I don't hear anybody, but I had him muted. Is he gone now? Yeah, Tesla's acting a little weird. You're welcome to leave the entire. I mean, it's just a small position on Tesla, so don't over micromanage it. We're gonna start heading down with the gap fill. It's a 152.83 or 152.55. You still slap up against resistance. That means that we're probably waiting for jolts. Sitting back, waiting. No reason to take a trade. Starting today. Obviously, I've got a little position on Tesla, but again, not micromanaging it. One more. No more after that. Okay. I can't hear Ash. Tesla 247.82. Three-minute 200-day moving average. So we need to recover 250. Looks like buyers are trying to hold that. Meta is still nothing there for me yet. So, all right, we're starting to see a pullback all around. I'm not taking this. If you do, the stop loss would be 141 easy. Gonna wait till Joel's. $9.40, guys. We got 20 minutes. People are buying up the 260s and 265 calls on Tesla for October 14th. No, Nike still smoked. Was that a toilet? I swear to God. She said up and down. I think, I mean, Tesla's trying to hold, but it might be worth it if you have that call to just hedge yourself and set a stop at, again, you can just buy the same one, average up 251.24. Again, if you're not in Tesla from yesterday, I wouldn't like get into something that I'm doing just for protection because that's not a play. That's just a hedge. So I'm gonna hold off real quick, but I'm looking at the 240 strikes below that mark. Nice 140.15 bounce on Meta. Again, candle close back up above 141, and that would be our saving grace. Meta or Tesla going for what could be a retest if you climb back up above R1. Candles are closing here at 249.90. I'm still in Tesla calls, still looking at the 240 puts just in case. I haven't gotten any.
SHEL Shell, the January 57.5 calls active now. Sandy Hotel Echo Lima shares just off the highs now, up 1.25%.
Still in Tesla. Nice build right now. Let's see what's going on in the board. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Where's this? Sellers are currently here. It's 250 T17. That's where you just saw that wick. So let's see if buyers can push them back.
Fed's Daily on CNN says Fed is committed to getting inflation down.
Not going to average it quite yet, but it looks pretty good. Meta looks great. Remember what we talked about where we want to see that candle close? That's amazing. That's a great look right there. Still remaining patient. It's paying off. Spy. Remember, Spy's going for its gap fill here. And again, stocks, I don't know if Microsoft's going crazy. No, Microsoft's not following completely. Apple, what about Apple? Nope, not following either.
9%.
SPY's moving up, or has moved up to fill its gap. I have a target right there, 170 or 375.33. That's going to be a huge wall.
November 12 calls
If we even get there, right now we're struggling to hold 137 or 374. We just bounced off a bit, but again, stocks are not moving with the overall market here. So still got my eye on those puts just in case.
Because of AMC getting a pop here, $7.18, up 49%. That's up on Michael Charlie. Fed's Daily says need further rate hikes, hold policies them until are truly done with getting inflation down. It's Cisco Fed President Mary Daly.
Take a look at that right there, 4 hour interview. Not looking great. Watch lows here.
AMD DraftKings shares spiking to the high.
If anybody I don't think anybody heard that low that came in yesterday, but lows is holding above 196.
Positive note from Morgan Stanley
to move into the $200 level. All right, buyers are still pretty persistent here on Tesla, trying their hardest right now to push this thing back up to the upside. Just building here. October 14th calls, awesome. You know, the way that they're holding right now. But still keeping the 240s
MGM
puts on Tesla loaded, ready to take this. It's 9:46, so we have just a little bit here until Jolts comes out, ISM, or excuse me, factory orders as well. Sorry, ISM.
Fed's Daily says expect unemployment to rise to 4.5%, not 6.5%.
Looks like Meta's going for its gap. Watch Meta down to 139.57. Yeah, I think that I'm waiting till 10 a.m. to take any real positions. Yeah.
Coming up at 10, Jolt's job openings, factory orders for August. Jolt's job openings for August, and Durables X Defense.
That is a pretty bearish 15-minute candle close. The candle opens right there at 140.50. Expect a 139.47 bounce if we bounce. Still not enough, but guys, look at how those levels play out. Sure, you could have taken it up, but if I would have tried to hold, just what got roasted. So the Tesla puts that I'm looking at are because I am in calls. My calls are up 22% from yesterday's swing. I'm basically break even right now as far as P&L is concerned on that trade because I had to swing some sort of hedge. And I'm looking to add if we end up breaking and holding and moving with the overall market, but I also need to hedge if we end up falling and doing what Meta's doing a little bit. So right now, I'm only looking at it as a speculative position, 240 puts this week. But I'm also looking at October 14th again, and I'm looking at taking adding to my position, looking at the I still want to go ahead and just buy into the 265s. But there is a possibility if we get volume with Jolts that we see a nice push. So occasionally, I'm just gonna give you guys like a little tip. If you guys use Benzinga Pro, when this dingus over here reads off unusual flow, Things like yesterday, I didn't signal it because I don't signal things that I take that are based on like flow and stuff like that. Because I'm only taking it as in like my gambling account or I'm taking a light position. But I ended up taking lows yesterday, the 205 calls for October 7th, off of their and if you guys, I mean, I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, you can if you and your wife have two different phone numbers, all they take is you can hit the link in my bio, and all they take is your phone number. Um, and so you can try it for 2 weeks, and then maybe your wife has an account or your friend or something like that. But anyway, um, yeah, he called that out yesterday. I took it, and right now I am up 90%. So Lowe's is holding up really well. Take a look at Meta, guys. Staying out of the mess. Why? Because we've got data. What calls? Yeah, you're getting tossed around if you're in weeklies
FCRD shares resume trading
on Meta here or on Tesla, excuse me.
after that merger.
Nice candle close. So take a look at this, right? What do we talk about all the time?
43%. That's
Not you,
Charlie.
Charlie. Look at the candle closes, right? So back up above 141. What do you think? Right? That's going to start putting pressure back up, and we could see a recovery going into that data. So it looks like we're starting to turn over a little bit. So let's see how this goes. If you use the link in my bio, I think you get like an extra percentage off if you do end up wanting it or something. It's a little bit pricey though, so if you're new, I wouldn't recommend it, but it does have some pretty cool scanners, stuff like that if you're into trading viddies or sector trades. Good scanners too, kind of like Ben Bezos. Bro, that's Melinda Gates. Damn, Lowe's is fucking ripping. Nice. It's right here. So just go to my link tree. Probably shouldn't do that. That's going to log in. Hold on 1 second. Go to my link tree. You'll see the Benzinga Pro. I'm trying to find it right here. Yeah. So go here. Go to Benzinga Pro. Just click on that. And then it'll start your free trial, stuff like that, and then they'll hook you up. So again, you just put in your phone number, so they don't take your credit card information, so it's not like an auto charge or anything like that. I don't think they do that anymore. I mean, yeah. Damn. Yeah, I'm up 106% on those. I'm gonna hold them. Oh, that's pretty yucky. Still watching that 240 put for Tesla. Meta failing to break above highs. Oh my God. What the wow. I am so glad that we chose cash right now. If you click on my name in the Discord, you'll see it up in my about me. It'll say Linktree. Right there. So look at that rejection. Beautiful, right off of that zone. Still nothing, no trade here though. If you're reacting these candles, if you're again, we still have 139. If you don't go make a new lower low, this candle can close right back up on there. Tesla's starting to make its way down. Still green on the calls. Looking at those puts, 240s. All right, pulling them up. They're at 270 right now. Pretty bearish, but pre-market lows are all the way at 245. Remember, I've got a call. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm pulling it up. I haven't bought it yet. I did IGT. IGT. What did I say? Holy crap, dude! Nice, nice. Hell yeah, dude. That's amazing. Yeah, you might have more to go. Look, you just need to candle close inside of that box, like we talked about last night. If you candle close on this, this could be another. You have another gap or target at 818, but you would have to get above 1771. So awesome, but good job, Ron. Do, 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 do. 956. Let us see. In Tesla now. But now, stop loss here is 250.50. Candle close. 250.50. I'm in Tesla to the downside to hedge myself. 240 puts this week. Just to hedge myself. Meta's moving past its wick now. 139.77. And next leg down is 139.50. So still have a good. I am still in calls on Tesla. So please do not forget. This is not like the trade. This is just me managing a trade I'm already in. So let's go zoom out to reality. Crazy setup right now. I hate trading you. Okay. 248, 54. I don't expect for like a really harsh leg down. Again, still in my calls. Or yeah, still in my calls. So damn it, don't do this. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes till jolts. is moving higher here. SPY is moving higher here.
Coming up, Schultz. Job openings, factory orders, and durables ex defense.
Get your finger on the trigger for that put. Remember, this is just a hedge. I'll mark you out of it. If we move to the upside, I'm all in, dude. I mean, I'm not like that, but like I'm gonna hit this hard. So
0.053 million. 7.3 million expected.
SPY is right there. Okay. Candle close. Now you want to talk quiet as hell. That's fucking ripping. Tesla's not doing shit.
Factory orders unchanged.
Yeah, we're below expected. I'm still in my put.
0.3%.
Got my finger on the trigger to mark it out of it.
NCRA, no Sarah, and the Nation Institute
Fuck
for
Tesla.
Food Development
Hey, Ellie
and
was right.
Distribution Agreement.
Do something.
Romeo Alpha, NCRA.
SPY is still ripping.
S&P futures, let's go up the highs now, 37.96, 2.85%.
Why are you not responding, Tesla? I'm basically break even right now. Just waiting. Lowe's is doing great. Lowe's is up 133%. SPY is fucking ripping. Microsoft did exactly what we talked about last night. Fuck, dude, Tesla is just not doing it today, guys. Looks like I might have chose wrong. Meta either. Really, Meta's not doing much of anything at all. In comparison to some of those leading names like Amazon and stuff like that. But we do get a nice little curl here, struggling above that median 141.70. So right now there's no trade, unfortunately. If you guys are catching Apple or Microsoft or anything like that, that's dope. But right now Tesla is not doing anything, and that's not my fault. But that was where Tesla should have broke. Or it should here shortly if it's going to, but right now it is lagging big time. So still in my call. I'm up 23% on the call, down 20% on a shorter expiration 240 put. I still have it. Still waiting because this candle has a minute and 45 seconds to close. And we have yet to make a new high. Sellers are at 250, 222. I will add to Tesla though if volume picks up and we see a push and a candle close above 250, 222, start aiming for the 255 mark. Look at Meta wicking back up 141.51. Candles trying to close back below that 141 level. Damn, I just picked the wrong stocks today. Well, I didn't. This is how it goes when you have a set watch list. Come on, Tesla. Sellers still stepping up, not letting this thing go. What did Microsoft have? What at 250? Damn. Well, picking the right stocks every day is, I mean, it's up for how do you know? You know what I mean? Like you can look for, I would say that Microsoft, looking at it right now, had a really great setup. But Meta's not awful, right? Meta doesn't have a terrible setup. Tesla didn't have a terrible setup. But the fact of the matter is if you do have a set stock or set like set, I trade these four stocks and these, you're gonna have days or even, sometimes a couple of days where it just doesn't respond. Or maybe it has divergent news, and that's not your fault. But unfortunately, that's just you just have to have the discipline to not, right now I'm just simply trying to manage this longer expiration trade because Tesla is putting pressure up against these shorts, up against pre-market highs, but is still failing with the overall market to make a new high. It looks like as I say this, it's kind of starting to make its way back up, but no other stock, everything else lagged. All right, I'm going to close that put now. All right, I'm out. And we just hit with 154.75 in just a literal split second. If you guys are in the call still 37.50, we need to get a candle close above 250 if we're going to keep moving higher. Meta is at 141.37, still not fucking doing it, but curling nonetheless. QQQ. Yeah, big leg spy, same thing. I will completely close out of Tesla if a candle closes back below 254.26. I will close out and I will take it off of my chart for the day and just set alerts because there's no reason for me to continue to try and dig into a shitty setup like that and shitty price action like this. So stupid aggressive sellers right now. All right, so you said Netflix. Oof. If you're a scalper, today was probably great, especially Meta, Microsoft, stuff like that. But taking something as out of a break of range, we're not getting that today for me. So, and that's what I want. I want Tesla to go and break up and move out, above 255 and move into the 258 range, 260 range. And that would be a break in downtrend. That would also be a break out of this range and then would allow us to release into this gap. But that's probably why we're lagging so hard. And because we're lagging so hard and we didn't move with the overall market, if SPY decides to pull back, then more than likely Tesla's going to fucking dump. So Lowe's is moving. I see you said McDonald's. Nice rounded bottom right there. Holy crap, nice hourly candle there. Big power candle of 237.50. Looks like the net, I mean, you obviously have 241. Yeah, that looks good. So a lot of the times, this is one of those bigger candles right here. You're at the 50% mark and the pivot point. So I'd like a candle close, on a higher time frame, at least the hourly, above 241 for continuing to the upside. So no, you haven't missed anything. If you guys are sitting in cash or waiting, that's what you should be doing right now. Um, if you guys are in Tesla, I don't know what the fuck is going on. No, just kidding. As long as this candle closes above the 250, 225, we're okay. If we fall back underneath it, then I'm out. Nothing on Meta, not a damn thing. Awful price action. Awful. So does this foretell a potential pullback? Right? I wonder if we close underneath that level, if we end up seeing a reversal, if this ends up staying being a bearish setup right here, and we see a fucking dump. So look at the candle, 53.85. It's like we talked about. Wait, the market seems to have reversed. What do you mean? Like to the upside? Still in Tesla here. 41%. Let's go get it. Come on. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Let's get a good solid candle close out of here. I think that we go and we see it. I would trip up to 255. iPad weekly. All right, Tesla's now giving us that move. If you guys are in calls with me to the upside from yesterday, we need to get a break above this 250. What I yeah no 255.25 is where I want to go longer with it. But if you're looking at like a weekly, like that may be an exception. You're obviously up against resistance right now. Right now, this is where one of those levels, key levels, is. We've got this level, we've got 255.75, and then we've got the 256. So I don't think that like a 265 or excuse me, a 260 or something like that. But you got to manage that on your own. I'm not really looking to add anything other than a longer expiration on top of this. So
AUST Austin Gold naming a new CFO after uniform Sandy Tango.
no, it's not too late to enter calls. I think you just need to be patient, wait for see hourly has a massive volume here. SPY is still holding its levels. And Meta's not doing shit either. Yeah, I would say let's try and get a candle close above this target here. I think it's worth waiting. Again, if we can SPY is truly breaking to the upside, then Tesla should have plenty of room to the upside. So I think that anything that's happening right now is higher risk, and therefore I'm keeping most of my cash on the sidelines. I know there's a couple runners here this morning, but again, day trading, I want to buy something, I want to hold it through an uptrend. Period. End of story. The only thing that's continuously ripping right now is Lowe's, which just made a new high, but obviously that's if you're not in it, then it's gone already. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so candles closed at 254. I don't really use VWAP. I have it. Where is it at right now? Oh, you have the channel VWAP. No, I don't really use, maybe, sometimes you use Bollinger Bands. Those oftentimes when they open up, go wide, that can, and it looks like we're riding on top of it on the 5-minute, 15-minute is starting to open up a little bit. On the hourly, it's squeezing a little bit. So sometimes I'll use the bands, or obviously I use just a 9-day moving average in my EMAs. So those shorts could fuel a nice push on Meta here. Meta's still not doing his thing. Just be patient, guys.
Yeah, and you see Krispy Kreme shares.
Yeah, Rod, that's me too, dude. There was other plays that I could have taken, but
2023.
I focus on Meta and Tesla. Neither one has done anything, which because I haven't taken anything but hedging Tesla and Meta, it's still a good day, right? Because I'm not out there just spilling my money everywhere. So we're trying to like basically do with what Tesla, like expecting to say, because it's held a divergence and I can't ignore that. But that doesn't mean that there's not shorts that are pent up, and that aggressive move to the upside couldn't mean squeeze type energy. So Meta is still flagging up inside of that level. Let's look at Tesla here on regular hours time. Let's see. All right, so you touched that candle close 254.55. That's right. You got that little wick right there. Man, I tell you what, if they dumped Tesla to the bottom here, that would be disgusting. It can turn into a pop, yeah. Is it if it's pulling back on lower volume? if it's low volume, I use the example of Red Rover, right? And I know a lot of people haven't played that shit, so it's lost on some people, but it's just like having, um the lower the volume, the easier it is to reverse. It's just less people, less flack, less, resistance. So
I don't take.
are you taking a picture of me
No, I will take pictures from you.
of my work?
Ah,
Make sure I steal my information.
yeah, I did you.
Oh wow. That's a picture of my whole eyeball.
Why
I think I felt that taking
did you
pictures.
say that? That we're going to take picture of on the rifle.
You did take a picture of my eyeball. Thank you.
Don't say thank you. That's really poopy.
You in here to tell jokes?
Yeah, I'm fine. Back to my butt. Press your buttons. Huh? Dad, are you open?
It's not candy for you.
Can I eat one?
No, I bought some candy for you.
Huh? Why you are eating now?
It's gum. You don't know how to chew gum yet.
I know how to do them. We do this.
Yeah, but you swallow it.
Oh, can I eat one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, why?
It's against the rules.
Dad, I'll put your phone on my food. Dad.
Are you threatening me? Hey, I said no. I said no. There's other candy. No. It's definitely, it tastes like poo poo. So gross.
That weird. What?
Oh, 1 second, guys.
Okay. Oh, oh.
Mm. Is everybody having just the most fun right now? Ow. Yeah, it's pretty excruciating. We'll see a pull back here. Bang. I'm gonna borrow this line here. Come here. All right. All right. So if we fall back in there, that's no good. 130 or 374.85 would be the next level to watch. I took profit on lows at the perfect time. Patience. That's all you gotta do. I need to go look at this on the higher time frame here. Ooh, that's not good. I don't like that 4 hour candle here. We got 3 hours left in it. Let's go look at the 2 hour. 2 hour looks like shit. Hourly looks. We got 5 minutes left in this hourly candle. I'm not taking this anywhere else other than up. If it goes back down, I might grab. The only thing that I can do right now here, let's see. And I just don't want to add to a position that's just excruciating right now because that's exactly what this is. Watch for a bounce though on Tesla 252.11, 9 day moving average there, anywhere below R1. And we start to run the risk of a reversal. Remember, guys, if you're trading with me, I trade until the trade is executed. So if I have Tesla going into this into the 150, 160, 260 area, then that's where I'm taking it to. So if it reverses and goes back down and I don't make any money, then I don't make any money. But I make more money executing my trades than just profit is profit, or just taking profit because I'm scared of losing money. I'm not. I'm not scared to lose money. I'm not. I mean, obviously, I don't want to lose, $100,000 or anything like that, or continuously lose. But I'm not scared to not have those contracts come to fruition. You know, that doesn't mean that I don't exercise trimming as a way to mitigate that. But in this case, right here, being in such a small position, it's just not worth um, micromanaging that way. So beautiful bounce. Beautiful bounce. Wow. Perfect. Might look at a little addition here. Next, October 14th. So here's how you do this, right? Any time that you're entering a trade, you want to know exactly where it is that your stop would be, right? Buyers, sellers kept us down below 252.27. So if you were to take that bounce, right, even with next week's contracts, the stop loss for me would be a candle close below 252, right? Now, the longer the expiration, the longer you can wait. Because does this pull back to 251.40 and then candle close above that and then reverse? It can absolutely happen. So it's all about where you set your stop, position sizing, and then knowing that, obviously in the environment that we're trading in. Right now, we saw a huge move from SPY, which it's trying to complete and hold. Um, Luckily, we're seeing that kind of move with Tesla here. But the fact that Tesla has held a divergence the way that it has and yet to break range just keeps me a little bit worried about its chances of actually moving to the upside unless the amount of shorts that are stepping up or have stepped up continuously have pressure put on them where when SPY does bounce, that's when Tesla takes advantage of all that pressure that it's had up against it. So sometimes I feel like I'm missing something, and I feel like I'm missing something here on Tesla. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I'm gonna figure it out right now. Hmm. Oh my God, that's a fucking holy grail of resistance right here. Yeah, 254.82, bro. Did we I think we send it, but We also, we need to pay attention, watch for a rejection there. That's not a really great 15-minute candle to close on. Let's see if this is valid. We reverse off of this level. I think that we could see a fade down. There's no trade for me on that. That means that they're going to fake the gap. They're going to make it look like it's going to sink into this gap, and they're going to bounce it back up on you. Now, if that makes you feel
CMRA,
fear,
Career Life Sciences expanded.
right? If that that perspective makes you feel fear and is like has you thinking about selling, that's not the right reaction, right? Again, if you're execution based, it doesn't matter as long as you hold the level that you need to hold. That's it, right? As long as you go and break this 255, 254, 475, we're on the way, right? And so we continue to hold. 5-minute candles are scary. That's why we don't stare at them. New 15-minute candle here.
EVP GSE Solutions wins contract to implement digital twin simulator for nuclear plants in Korea. That's Dolph Victor Papa, GVP.
Made a nice 20% on meta puts today. Yeah, this one's oh my god. I wonder if that's like a foretelling. A lot of the times, like those stocks are gonna show.
The highs now 6501.
It's a sign that labor demand is moderating.
We got updated
Interesting.
JP Morgan earlier, seeing the October 67.5 calls now on Gilead
Yep.
off India Renal Delta.
Meta looks pretty shit. You got a bounce potential. I would say Meta short below 139 and 138.50. And then at that point, oh fuck, man, that was juicy. Yeah, I would say 137. Spies flagging. Hmm. Holy shit, Meta. I'm not shorting it yet, but holy woo. Uh Still the level stands on Netflix. Look. So yeah, for sure. Free fall underneath 233. I would start aiming for the gap 224. Oof, bro, we're starting to see some serious weakness around there. They're really fucking around with with Tesla right now. So um It's good practice. One more rejection up here, and that's it. Fuck, I wonder if we reject here and just fucking plummet. That would be heinous with SPY looking the way that it is. Or that hourly candle on Meta. Opinion on SPY. It's building off of the 376 level, like I talked about this morning, and it's trying to deal with this wick action of around 377.60. And once it can clear that, there's actually a nice imbalance of I think 381. So we could see a squeeze, serious squeeze. And I mean, we've got, I would say that 380, 382.50 or the 381.60, it would be a good level here. Look at the 15-minute on Tesla. Tesla so far looks okay. Decent volume, real low volume right now on this 15-minute candle here, which is trying to move to the upside. I know that there could be more upside potential here, but I think I'm going to trim out of Tesla just by a little bit. I think I'm going to do that. One of those now. Yeah, Tesla's trash today. Agreed. But I'm hanging. I might just go ahead and let it see if we'll get a candle close above 254. But this is looking more and more bearish, more and more prone for a reversal. $255 might get touched here. So, like on SPY, do you see how there's a consolidation here and then it flushes through with basically nothing? That's easier to fill, right? Than something that is obviously heavily consolidated or has a key bubble around it. So, yeah, Tesla's trying to get out of sight of that yesterday's candle. Look at this, guys. This is exactly what we talked about today. Bounced right off of 248, pushing up against 254.75. Stay patient, guys. We're getting there. No fucking way.
Treasury Secretary Yellen says no truth to report that she's leaving the coast soon.
That's not a real company. I'm a child. $253.14. We can't lose that. We lose that, and watch for the El Dumpo back down to 148.
TSLA, Tesla.
Oh, hey,
Day.
that's what I'm talking about. Woo! Come on, Tessie. Give me no money. If you bought those contracts yesterday, they're at 455 or 554, 545. We bought them at 380. %. Guys, I'm not fully loving this. Watch 255.87. All right, remember I talked about trimming a contract? I'm going to do just that now at 44%, and I'm leaving the other one head for glory. Right now, the volume and price action is just too slow for me to add. Spy's trying to make a new high here. Damn. That's also S1 as well as your fib. So good place to take some profit. If they sink Tesla, dude, I'm gonna die. I was tempted to grab a put, but SPY's pulling back. Holy fuck. That is exactly what the fuck I talked about this morning. Look at that one, 139.45 bounce. Right off that gap. Jesus Christ. I do not like this chart on Meta or on Tesla at all. I do like Meta though. Meta looks pretty crazy. Hourly candles wicked up and touched 282 or 283. Small gap up there is still yet to be filled, and the resistance is 285.75. Yeah, candle open right there at 279. QQQ is up against its. Oh my god, this could get nasty. We gotta break and hold above 282.75 for the Qs. We got 41 minutes to close. Yep, very slow market today. So again, if you what do we need as day traders, right? We need volume, volatility. Otherwise, we have nothing. So I took profit on one of the Tesla calls, and I again I'm just managing this one position because I want it to run. Um, but I just grabbed a 240 hedge just in case we pull back because this is a little bit of a rising wedge right here, and it did just reject my level right there. Let's put down to the 3 minute. So still waiting and watching. It's an easy cut above higher day for me.
2 million barrels per day. That's from delegates reported by Bloomberg now.
Yeah, I got it at 148, it's at 155 right now. Not a big deal. Again, not a real big position. Just managing what I
Gold
already have.
spiking the highs 86.96, almost 3.5% at the high on that headline.
I'm sorry, but
Again, report now that OPEC plus
fuck yeah. I don't know who asked me about Oxy yesterday, or what was the other one? Oh, MRO. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that bounce. Sheesh. It looks like it's rejecting the bottom of its gap from 9:30 to 10:3. Uh, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it is. It's showing weak price action up against that. Up against that level. Which, if this, so zoom out a little bit, right? And if you go look at the 15, this could end up being one of those ranges, right? That we chop back and forth in, or we even set a pattern in, right? So like from our lows, there could be a support down around here, and we could sink all the way into our gap, back down to our pivot, and then run right back up. So, but right now we're oh shit, that was a short squeeze, a little squeeze there. All right, 50%. If you guys still have that one, I want to see it above this. Again, high of day. I bought it. I'm down $12. I'm up a good amount on Tesla right here. I'm gonna hold it just for 1 second. See if this wedge is real. $256. Yeah, that's the 75% mark above us. Yeah, I was actually thinking about I mean MRO is looking like a buy. I mean shit, I would be aiming for new highs on this one, probably up to around $35. And look at that, Tesla. Wedges turn into channels. Do pop. So watch a pullback here on Tesla to 253.38. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Tesla's got to go and get a break here. QQQ, if you guys want to take a look at that with me, this one is up against its downtrend on a lower time frame. So right here, look, you want to talk about a fucking dump? I mean, we have to. One, two, three. Look at all of this. This is people buying into those dumps. Each time squeeze up, we need to break into the 286.17 level and hold. Now, would they wrap bears in on Tesla before ripping this thing to the upside by creating a small rising wedge up against resistance? Sure. All we can do is react to price action here. So tempted on Joshy. Nice. Yeah, I actually really like the chart on this one. I think holding $25 is imperative, but it's a good looking chart. I think it has further to go. It does like it's on a rip right now. It's on a really strong rip to the upside, kind of reminiscent of these type of moves. So it might get close to being exhausted, but Meta looks so tempting. It looks so tempting, man. QQQ looks great to potentially rip up to 289. Um, that would give a meta clearance up to 145. You can see something there. October 23rd, 145. Those are 470. By the end of the day, I think I'll know whether I'm going to be able to take a swing on Meta. Same thing with Tesla. So, but very weak price action up here on Tesla. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, I do. I think that 50% of that gap is going to be 148.30.31, and that's going to be at 148.61. It's going to be some serious retest levels there, but as of right now, it looks pretty good. You're holding up this 15-minute candle. Everything is looking still bullish, so Qs are still trying to go and make new highs. Just got to break a little bit higher and hold. There's a gap up there that's 283.40. That needs to get, we need to hold above that gap. So it's going for a break. Let's see.
QTWO, Q2 Holdings getting a pop here.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, I have a meeting to get to right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just let you guys know that anywhere below 150, 260, I'm gonna be out of those calls. The only thing that I can watch for is a potential channel, which would be a bounce off of 253.90. High of day would be a cut for that hedge. Again, it's not anything crazy, but it would absolutely print if we went and almost completely gap filled here down to this pivot point. So, but anyway, I will. I will see you guys a little bit later here today. Probably be back on a little bit towards midday, but I'll open up the stream regardless whenever I have time. So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys are on YouTube, peace.